So, ladies and gentlemen, battle number 4 is a lightweight world title elimination. The battle is sponsored by Sprawl. Fight shorts only available from ML Sports. This will be contested over 2 5-minute rounds plus a 2-minute overtime. Introducing the warriors once again to you. First fighting out of red corner. From Italy, but fighting out of Germany. Weighing in 70 kilos. Representing German top team. He holds a perfect 10 fights with no losses or draws. 10 complete victories. He defeated Ultimate Combat British champion Paul Sutherland at Ultimate Combat number 10 and is a Pro Shield Grand Prix champion. Please welcome Franco De Leonardis. And his opponent currently battling the octagon from Brazil, weighing in at 68.5, representing the Brazilian top team, a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt under the legendary Carlson Gracie, Real Sting grappling champion, Mecca 5 veteran, Ultimate Combat 10 Super Fight champion. Please welcome Marcelo Ferreira. And once again, we have Rachel from Club Grand. Your referee controlling this bout will be Mr. Ian Rossiter. Stand by for action within the octagon.
So Mark, this fight will definitely be your forte, I would have thought, both Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu players.
Definitely looking forward to this. I think it's going to be a very technical ground game. Marcelo, a black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu with Carlson Gracie.
Speed and skill. Seconds out.
That being a lifetime achievement itself, but what we've seen of Franco is by no means a slouch on the floor either.
Now, one thing that would be brought up or a lot of people might look at, is the height disadvantage or the reach advantage that De Leonardis would have. But I can't see that mattering really in this fight.
No, I mean, I think probably Marcelo will favour that on the floor, looking at Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu from a leverage point of view.
But
high kick there from Franco.
Impressive. Now this is where we come down to it. Leonardis, is he? I mean, Marcelo just sort of riding away there, sort of thing.
Riding away. Franco, I think, to start with, went down into what seemed like a modified butterfly guard. Looking to close the guard now. Marcelo will be looking to pass that guard. Can't really inflict any damage or submission from the guard position. Got to be careful that Franco perhaps looking for letting that go. Again, I think the floor game will be very tentative, both fighters respecting each other. Franco looking for a sweep almost.
I mean, this is going to be an interesting fight. I mean, after, Marcelo's last performance over here, you know, he was up against, with all due respect, you know, a fighter who wasn't considered to be of a high class in terms of ground game compared to Marcelo. And yet Lee managed to actually hold his own against him as well. So it's a bit of a strange one, you know. I mean, especially in this day and age as well in mixed martial arts. Yeah, the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu guys, the black belts, all the rest of it, used to dominate the earlier competitions, but now it seems to be much more evened out.
Well, again, yeah, I think that's down to the cross-training of the day's athletes. Again, they're aware of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu in foremost is the danger of the submissions. So more fighters now are obviously cross-training. Marcelo passing guard nicely there into side control. This is where he can come alive.
Now, would the first option be from here to go for a key lock?
Not from there, because it looks like Franco's stacked up against the fence. So it'll be interesting to see how Marcelo moves around. Maybe looking for full mount.
Always a difficult one to tell, for me personally anyway. Obviously,
Marcelo's trying to bring the left knee into ride. It looks like he's going for full mount.
Now, what I've heard commonly, Mark, perhaps you can correct me if I'm wrong, what I've often heard is that the solid Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu guys, when they do land those short little punches like Marcelo was just doing there, and those knees like that, all they're trying to do is get their opponent to give up, you know, their sort of defence, so to speak, so they can get into a better position.
What he's trying to do is frustrate him and perhaps make Franco move an arm or a leg so he can start to try and set up a submission. Looking to take Franco's back. Franco rolling out well.
He's done well.
We're going in half guard.
I mean, more than anything else, I think, I'll be entirely honest, there's probably a lot of people watching this thinking, oh, you know, what's going on? But, I mean, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is primarily all about positioning work first.
Well, again, in positioning, depending on how the guys look to play the game. Obviously, Marcelo in top position does not want to give away. Again, he's pass guard there well from Franco's half guard.
Yep.
He'll be looking to put in small strikes, just things to frustrate Franco, give him something to think about. Perhaps they're stepping over nicely for 4 man. Look for Marcelo to sit up now and perhaps start striking. Could be looking to work a head and arm triangle there.
It looks like he is, yes.
Yeah, just turn it into a side choke. He's got that. I don't think he's got it quite locked in. Franco's doing well at keeping his elbow, forcing his elbow back.
Difficult to see what...
Franco has got quite a bit of breathing space there. Marcelo is trying again to get the side control. If he sits up now, Franco could be in quite a bit of danger.
We've seen this plenty of times. It's something Pierre Guillo's actually been for. There it is.
Good tenacity there from Marcelo and holding on.
Marcelo takes that bout.
Done well to hold on there, Marcelo. All too often you see fighters not quite with a submission locked in, but holding on anyway.
Yep, true. It's something, again, you know, Pierre Guillo brought up. As I was saying, something that Pierre Guillo's brought up previously, and he said countless times, you've got to come off to the side to apply the pressure because you haven't got any weight behind you as well to push against.
No, I think what Franco was doing was trying to force a left elbow back across back across Marcelo's body to try and give him some breathing space.
Yeah.
What Marcelo done was capitalised by hopping off to the side.
Yeah.
If he'd have applied more pressure to his chest and even sat up, he could have got the finish a little bit sooner, but well held on by Marcelo there.
That's what I meant. I think I described it wrong.
And yet again, another dispatch for the opening round. But it is after 4 minutes 19 seconds. A win by arm triangle side choke goes to Marcelo Ferreira.
Good win by Marcelo there. He'll actually go on to fight Kim Hovgaard now, our reigning lightweight champion.
Please, for a worthy opponent in the form of Franco De Leonardis.
Yeah, that'll be a very interesting matchup. Looking for Kim again, I think that'll be a very tentative ground game. Although I do think, no disrespect to Franco, I think Kim's a little bit more rounded on his feet. But again, look out for much of the same in the lightweight final.
It could be definitely an interesting one. I think again that'll all come down to. I think that'll all come down to the fact whether Marcelo can get Kim on the ground and control him on the ground.
Definitely, if he keeps Kim on his back and controls him as well as he did Franco, he'll definitely be in with a fighting chance.